should be back. I noticed that my connection was bad and my CPU was like extremely high, and it's because I had turned my stream settings way up because I was going to capture something earlier, and I forgot to change them back. So the stream should look worse now, but I'm not dropping frames anymore. I don't have a low frame rate on my end. All right, we got this that I'm gonna connect to. I can't actually read that. That I can stand where I can connect those two. Okay, good. And good to see you. Alright, so that's not gonna work. I don't know if you're familiar with this game at all. This is... Oh, there's one over there. Alright. The Talos principle. It's a puzzle game. Kinda Portal-ish, a little bit, except they're introducing... Oh, I can't do it through fences. I don't really know how to get started on this one. It may be that I'm missing something that I need, because it doesn't look like there's anything else here. I'm stuck in a really small area. Oh, okay, it's not that small. Not through. No. Oh, I can go all the way around. Okay. I can't walk through here yet. So, what's the plan? We got several obstacles here. This is a yellow difficulty, which is the medium. So I'm gonna want that. So let's work on that first. Alright. Select you. Drop way over here. You actually, one of the puzzles was named Don't Cross the Streams. And it's because if you have two different color beams, you can't cross them or they cancel each other out. So I can do this. That guy's gonna get no. Oh, it's still okay. It's for a short enough time that I can run in there. I assumed I wasn't gonna be able to get in there, but I was. Some of those timers are short. Okay, so now... But this one is slow. The other one is fast, so you actually can't. Yeah, that one is short enough. So... It's gonna involve shooting through this window here, right? Out of my way. I forgot to read that thing while I was in there. I just don't understand this one. I figured I'd try and make some progress here, but honestly, it's such a thankless task compared to what else is out there. This is going to be the secret somehow, but I can't fire through that force field while it's on. So let's just experiment a little bit. I'm thinking if I can get that force field down just for a second, and then link the beam through there, we should be all set. But I feel like I need one more connector to make that happen. Can I move this? Can I move this over just enough? I think this is gonna work. Oh. I was like, oh, it worked, but it didn't. This needs to be farther. I need to be able to see it. Maybe if I go inside. If I go inside, I can reach it. There. Now it's permanently open. Right? I can take this away and it's still open. No, not this one. It's actually this one. So dumb. Alright, that was... Okay, do I just have to be quick? Here we go. Ready? Go. No. No. Wait. GP trick. Hey, hey. Sorry, I'm concentrating really hard on this puzzle. Oh. I thought I had it all figured out. So yeah, I'm glad you could make it to the stream. I did get a chance to watch the beginner's guide VOD. That was really good, and it sounds like you had pretty much the same level of appreciation for it that I did, where like we both had that realization at almost the same time, like just around the time that you're in the room that's like the wall is closing on you, and that was just when I had the oh wait a second, is this, oh my gosh, is that what the whole game means? I thought I had such a good idea here. The problem I feel like I need to restate the problem here. I would like a connector right there, a connector right here, and it's connecting to this. If I want to do that, can I really not position this just a little bit farther over? I should be able to. There's no reason why not. Why did I put it here? Move over like that, right? This is a fine idea. Here we go. Link. Just move this one farther over.
My child, there is no shame in seeking another path. Leave this mystery for another day.
Now I'm getting taunted by the guys. He's like, who said you had to be good at puzzles? Just give up. Little does he know. Little does he know I got them all figured out. Now I can pick this one up. that is kind of funny that they put that in. It's a little bit, I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? Alright, so 2 more of those yellows will give me access to fans, whatever those are. Let's go straight across. There's another connector. Something about a star. Well, I'm actually also connecting stars, or collecting, I should say. Collecting stars, so... Alright, so there's the puzzle piece, but obviously if I try to connect this, this is going to be one of the long timers. That's not going to work. I'll try it anyway. Yeah, that one loads up real slow. What other materials have we to work with? Here's a red... Oh, and there is a star. I couldn't see it at first. There is a star over there. The red one... We've already been to another level where... Yeah, Talos Principle is great. The reason that I'm playing this is because I played a puzzle game called The Witness that I really loved. Absolutely loved The Witness. And then I watched someone on YouTube, Keith Ballard. I watched a full playthrough of him playing The Witness, and he also liked it, and when he was done, he was like, I still like the Talos Principle better. He's like, that was still a better game. I'm like, no way. So now I have to play this. I'm wondering if this is one that I actually can't complete right now. Right? Because there's nothing I can... If I do this from way back here, this still doesn't work, right? Even if I move all the way over here so we have maximum time. I was wrong. This was a much, much easier puzzle than I thought. It really was just a matter of positioning it exactly right. So then, how do we get the star? Yeah, the Witness. I loved The Witness. They keep creeping me out with these graphical glitches. The Witness creeped me out in a totally different way. Like, I was a little bit traumatized the whole time. So, let me state the obvious. There are no red lasers in this puzzle. We've encountered this before, where there was a star that I had to get by using a laser from another puzzle and reflecting it off of a connector that was up on top of a pillar. I don't see any connectors up in the sky. Can I connect something to the sun? Is that a hint? No. And I don't see any, like, holes or gaps or anything. I don't see any way of getting that star, but the stars are supposed to be difficult. There's green, then yellow, then red, and then star. The stars being the hardest. Hidden dangers in this new world. I have inexplicably escaped death any number of times. I suggest vigilance. Who knows what happens to those who step carelessly too often? Samsara, version 32. I will probably challenge myself to get all the stars in this game. Third wheel. A pressure plate. Can I put things on the pressure plate? Let's try this again. If I do this from sufficiently far back, then I should be able to... No. See, I can't... Do I set you on here? That does work. They work as companion cubes. Alright. Just a matter of getting the beams not to overlap. Now I look around for hints. Anything that hints at how I'm going to get that star. Over the fence. And there's the fence. I can't jump it. We got a cube, we got a jammer. Can I just jump over the fence? I can. Oh, alright, so we've never had that message before. It is possible to get stuck. Now we know that. Hold on. Hold on. Why are there 2 cubes? Were there always 2 cubes? Okay. I was really confused for a moment and thought that my rewinding caused another cube to pop into existence. But that was not the case. There were just always 2 cubes. Alright, so this is the last one here. Road of Death. These explode, and those are guns. And Tetris pieces at the end, or holding. Okay, so I need to start by using this to jam this so I can pick up the cube. Actually, is that the only thing I need to... Oh, I can't climb the ladder with this, right? Looks like there's a note on the other side. I'm gonna go read that. No, I'm not. That killed me. Let's look at that note more carefully. I didn't notice that this travels the entire length of the thing. Epitaph, child program, codename since our terminated here, final memory dump, but I was stuck. What was I supposed to do? I see clouds. I can only disable one gun at a time. That fence is too high to get over. And there's nothing else here. Can I jam from way back? You know. I could put this in the way. Oh, you know what? That's... I never tried that before. I guess that's a thing. You can do that. Alright. Accidentally solved the puzzle. That was a stroke of luck. I mean genius. So I don't know what a triangle is, but that's what we're working on unlocking now. We got the fan unlocked.
Cease! In the time of your ancestors, there were those who did not choose the path of faith. You do not need to fear their ghosts. Fear only that you may become like them.
It was alright, so my training in having played, you know, Resident Evil and the like, I was like, okay, I've cleared this whole room, this whole section now, and so unconsciously, I was prepared for something to change. I wasn't ready for that specifically, and it did startle me just a bit. But we've had other weird stuff happen. Oh, I can do this again. What now? Would you like to take a few moments to complete a short user satisfaction survey regarding the certification program you recently undertook? So I had to do a personality profile of some kind in order as like a CAPTCHA to prove that I'm a human and not an artificial intelligence, and it failed me. And we've been like dancing around it ever since. Although I do appear to be a robot. Look at my hands. Based on analysis of your behavior since, I think you were dissatisfied with the results of the certification program. How would you rate the accuracy of its results out of 5? Very poor, reasonable, very good, or spoil the survey? Oh, is it gonna tell me, like, what everybody else on the internet did? I mean, very poor because it failed to identify me as human, so I would say very poor. We're sorry to hear that. What best describes the reason for your investment in the certification program's outcome? Why does being a person matter to you? I want network access. Is the truth. That is why I'm trying to get it. Persons matter in ways that things don't. I'll try to remember that. In fact, I'm going to help you. That is what I'm here for. Your problem, if I may, is that you don't know the first thing about anything, including what a person is. Your prospects are therefore poor. Do you even know where you are? It does appear to be an experiment. I think we best start from scratch. What do you know? Only a genius would know this, so that's what I'm gonna pick. I suppose so. Even if you were dreaming, you could be certain of that. If I were you, I wouldn't believe a darn thing in this place aside from that solitary fact. Thinking. On reflection, it seems we are no closer to resolving your problem. Perhaps we need more data. What makes you think you're a person? I don't see how I can convince you. A sensible response. I agree with you. Thinking. The problem with people, if I may be so bold, is that you're all convinced you're people from the inside, but there's no cast iron way to confirm as much from the outside. I'm going to process this and send you a notification when I'm able to assist you further. Terminating support session. We've already read the other things. We have fans. Well, we don't have fans until I Made a terrible mistake. Nope, we're good. We've now unlocked that. So as far as, like, the whole philosophy... I mean, I, forever ago, took philosophy classes in college. It's the whole how do you know, how can you prove that you're a human thing is kind of old hat. Oh, I gotta go back for that star, though. Okay, so the star door also exists here. Looks like you can go anywhere, and the star counter will exist. I only have 3 stars. Ooh, so this has a red puzzle. The reds are really hard, and I don't know what they unlock. I don't know what they do.
I have promised you eternal life. But know that eternity may only be attained by those who serve a purpose greater than themselves. All else is decay. So it was written in the hidden words before the beginning of time.
Snack. Weight loss. Blah blah blah's weight loss blog, latest entry. Oh man, if there's one thing that's good about inevitable death, it's the food. Yeah, baby. I'm gonna have all the horribly unhealthy food in the world. I'm going to feast on jelly bananas. Like from Steins Gate? I'm going to feast on jelly bananas like a crazy monkey on Monkey Christmas. You know those muffins that have so much chocolate they're basically melting? That's going to be my breakfast. And burgers for lunch. I'm going to have burgers so greasy you could use them to lubricate a whole factory. Triple bacon burger with double cheese and extra onions and mayonnaise and ketchup and mustard and big fat juicy patties. And then oily thick pizza with spicy salami and barbecue sauce and olives and jalapenos and sour cream. Food coma, here I come. Alright, so this is, again, telling us something about inevitable death. That this is some kind of program that was created by people who were concerned about the world ending or humanity ending. Arcady is the head guy. Fascinated by Drennan's project. Lovely conversation, read Talos principle, Greek philosophy, relevance to current situation. Suggested naming project Talos. Drennan refused, but name seems to have caught on with the team. Tens of thousands of files coming in every hour. Our whole history. They did say something about early on they said that this system that we're accessing contained like an absurd amount of data. But that most of it was corrupted. So this may be... I had speculated that this was maybe far, far, far into the future. But we still don't know that much. And I forgot already who Talos was, some kind of a robot, or whatever, before, before people could conceive of such things properly like we do now. Back in Greek mythology, they had an artificial person. Science_magic. Though the term science has only meant what it does to us for around 600 years, its practice far predates the name. There is evidence pre-Aristotle which indicates soothsayers, mystics, and the like may have employed basic scientific methods to predict the future and confound their benefactors. Our anecdote concerns a palm reader who was exposed when 2 wealthy clients compared their readings and found them to be identical. In 1948, the tendency to discover deep personal meaning in vague descriptions delivered authoritatively was given a name, the Forer effect. Today it is recognized in all contemporary psychological theory. That was I don't remember if that's the name of whatever it was from before, but when they gave me my personality profile and I was like, okay, is this just a horoscope? So, start with you. The tomb. I'm convinced there are answers here if we look hard enough. We have to work together on this. Sheep. Okay, so I get I'm supposed to retrieve these sigils. I just don't get why. Sure, the loud voice is telling me to, but this world of his has no context, no purpose, and no foundations from which to construct them. Dog. 55. So this is already... okay. At the start is where we're trying to get to, and I can see a back entrance there. So why did they bother to do that? Why not just have this be an open doorway and just put a jammer here? They had it holding this door closed. That's gonna matter somehow. Are they just reminding me that it can be used to open doors? Here's our dude. But I can't quite. Can I? I gotta look around real quick. Was there another? Okay. So hold on. What again can I discover if I come back this way? Or is this just going to be for a star later? Yeah, I can't actually shoot a beam through here, so maybe... no, I'm barking up the wrong tree. Unless we're gonna get shut in. Is that it? Is something gonna change after I get this one? So if I want these two, I gotta be standing somewhere. There's no... I can't come all the way back here. Let's just do this again. If I take this, then it... What if all I'm really trying to do is free up the jammer? Okay, but there was nothing else. No, something is weird. Nope, nothing was weird. Disregard. Hey, Serpent. Moving right along. Shot. There's the moon. Okay, this is our first time using fans. Who's ready? I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, it doesn't stay there, though. Can I... Alright, so that turns the fan off. Nice. So they didn't actually teach me that or anything. I just had to stumble into it. But the fact that if you put a connector on there, it'll just fall over. But if you put a block on top, that remains stationary. Uplifted. Achievement unlocked. And I did it without shooting the moon. Hello, paint. Am I going crazy, or do the computer terminals have a personality? Blanc. We'll save the red one for last. In fact, I may even skip the red ones. Period. Just for now. Man on the moon. We have a moon obsession. That causes gears to rotate? Why? This also causes gears to rotate. Sure, buddy, whatever. Oh, wait, there's nothing else. Oh, okay. Some assembly required. Sure. Oh, was I supposed to pick something up while I was over there? Why are we in not Egypt now? Weren't we in not Greece before? Exactly. Yeah, this is building B. Ah, good. A key, you say? Is there a door that I can unlock? That was an awfully inconspicuous key. Why? They have not done that to us before. You saw the paint glowed. I don't want to have to hunt for a keyhole. I don't even have any kind of interface showing that I picked up a key. Oh, can I blow the box over? I think I just ruined everything. Yeah, I just ruined everything. They did give us 2 of these fans. Oh my gosh, the fan can power the thing. The fact, after I reset, I lost the key. That makes it seem like the key is something that I use in this area. Look at that. Viewfinder. Or whatever they're called. How... Is there a way that I could... Can I stand up there? No, it doesn't look like you can land on the pillar. How am I ever gonna get up there? Unless maybe there's a ladder somewhere on on the other side. See now, if I leave here and I come back in. Well, I guess it didn't reset the puzzle. Maybe this isn't a good test, but is the key there? The key is gone. That's so... that's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me if they gave me a key and it was sitting there with no highlighting or anything around it. Because that seems like a poor way to do Easter eggs in a game like this. You don't want to just say, here's a locked door, and then after you search for days and days, it's like, oh yeah, there was a key sitting in the corner of some obscure puzzle room. What do you got? Hello again. I've been checking your responses against library archives, and in order to assist you further, I need some additional information. Can you tell me what is, to you, the important difference between a pebble and a tree? The important difference? They're prompting me to put that, right? I'm gonna say a tree is heavier. Probably true, but hardly related to our inquiry. The answer I was looking for is that the tree is alive. Now, what is the relevant difference between a tree and a frog? Frog is delicious. Now they're gonna say frog is... Should I troll it? Let's troll it. Computers don't have a sense of humor. I'm showing that I'm being deliberately obfuscatious. I suspect you're trying to make this more difficult than it already is. A frog is conscious, but a tree is not. A 5-year-old could handle this. Let's try something harder. What's the difference between a frog and you? What makes you a person? Nothing important. Frogs are people too. Now that confuses me, because during certification, you indicated the person... Oh, it remembered! The person was best associated with human beings. And by definition, that rather seemed to exclude frogs and the like from the picture. How about we strike a deal? I'll agree that animals are every bit as valuable or pointless as human beings. You agree that there are some activities persons are capable of that frogs are not, because if frogs are people, The certification program is radically unfit for purpose. This is so weird. Very sensible. Terminology is so important. What I'd like to put to you is that the important difference between you and a frog is that you are rational, you are self-aware. That is what makes you a person. Let us take stock. I think we can tentatively conclude two things. A person must be rational or self-aware. A person must be conscious. What I suggest we do is help you resolve your problem. To help you resolve your problem is ask whether you are, in fact, those things. Are you aware of yourself? Can you rationalize your existence? I tend to agree with you. Though your responses so far have been a little eccentric, I am resigned to admit that you are right. The matter of whether or not you are conscious seems rather more elusive. What is consciousness, in your opinion? We just agreed that frogs are conscious, right? What is it like to be me? That hardly answers the question. What is it in ordinary terms? Can I touch it? What is it made of? I'm gonna say consciousness is another word for the soul. Let's see where that gets us. What do you think of that? Interesting. You know, I really feel like we're making progress. We'll have you through that certification program in no time. In the meantime, I will mull over your proposal and notify you if I come to any conclusions. So, it seems likely that the whole purpose of this certification it's not there in order to make sure that only people get it's there oh, what are you? Let me finish that thought. It's there in order to train whatever user comes in here into, like, deeper thoughts about humanness, humanity.
I keep having these dreams. Great empty cities, silent roads stretching for miles, the Earth from space, all dark. Not a single light to guide me home. But if someone really came from another world, what would the Earth look like to them? A wilderness? A wasteland? I don't think so. Even after thousands of years, they'd see a world shaped by our hand in every aspect of its being. They'd see the cities and the roads, the bridges, the harbors, and they would say, here lived a race of giants. These dreams, they scare me, but they also remind me that we built all of this.
Interesting. Although that's only thousands of years, though. You know, after 1,000,000 years will pass, I don't think the Earth is gonna look that much like we had a whole bunch of. Okay, I need one more for whatever this is. A recorder? Tape recorder? Alright, I have everything unlocked that I need to do these. We should go back to building A at some point too. I will do that. Progress Report 9. The basic skeleton of the simulation is now running on EL. Not plugged into the AI system yet, but in theory everything is ready. I guess the next step is to test whether the generated scenarios make sense, or do we wait for the iteration module to... So, this makes it really seem like this is not a VR for humans to go through. This is, we are the latest in a long, long stretch of generations of AIs running through this program and becoming more human every time, somehow, by interacting with human stuff. Oh, in fact, maybe this stuff isn't corrupt. Maybe it's not corrupt data, but it's actually taking a different subset of you know, Earth's data each time to say what's the exact stuff that we can feed to an AI to make it pop out the other side human. The first wisdom, the scribe said to the dying man, is that as the world is made of 5 elements, so is the soul of man. Know therefore that in this life you are heart and shadow and name, and also ka and ba. Without all these you would not be a living being, but a thing. What is a man without a name, who cannot speak of himself? What is a man without a shadow, who is not anchored in this world? What is a man without a heart, who can neither feel nor think? What is a man without a ka, who has no essence? What is a man without a ba, who is not himself, but like unformed clay? Therefore praise Osiris, the king of eternity, the lord of everlastingness, the eldest son in the womb of Nut, he, or Newt? He who traverses millions of years in his existence. One made of 5 elements. Here the translator is clearly inserting his own beliefs onto the text as garbled. I have never played any of the Kingdom Hearts, so I don't know what you're talking about, unfortunately. Democrates' altar, or on the just causes for war against the Indians. Oh, this maybe an actual historical document by Juan Guinness de Sepulveda, written in 1547 to justify the Spanish conquest of the Americas. The Spanish have a perfect right to rule these barbarians of the New World, who in humanity are as inferior to the Spanish as children are to adults, or women are to men. Triggered. For there exists between the two as great a difference as, I might even say, between apes and men. Compare, then, these gifts with those possessed by these half-men, in whom you will barely find the vestiges of humanity, who not only do not possess any learning at all, but are not even literate, and eat human flesh. Therefore, if you wish to reduce them, I do not say to our domination, but to a servitude a little less harsh. It will not be difficult for them to change their masters. Reminds me if there was something that, in fact, it might even be this exact same document that, forever and ever ago, there was a thing that, what's his name? Rafe Koster wrote about before MMOs, right? We're going that far back to text-based mods. When he did like I'm mixing up 2 of his things. Same guy, different article. I can actually even tell you the name of the article, even though it's been years since I've read it. It's called, no, I can't remember. This is gonna kill me. I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay, so hilariously convoluted, and the words heart and darkness come up a lot. That's the similarity you were talking about. It's called something like the evil we do, or the evil we don't do, or something, where he was talking about the fact that it's weird, like not weird and not like concerning, like we should stop, but interesting the specific way that we made RPGs. And in particular, text-based mod RPGs, where he's like, it's very, what's the word? Like, you know, like Manifest Destiny, like we, you know, when we showed up in America, and we're like, oh, okay, so everything here is for us. Kill, 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 kill. Imperialist? Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. But it was like, even though, like, it's just bits, right? They're just, you're not going to seriously sit here and say, yeah, you shouldn't go around killing orcs. That's morally wrong. It's like, no, obviously it's just pretend, but isn't it just a little bit concerning that we grasped onto this model so easily? Where it's like, yeah, of course there's a bunch of player characters who just go around and non-stop kill people and loot their corpses, and we think nothing of it. What do you want, buddy? Blown away. What happens if I take this off? Alright, so that's keeping that door open. Come through here. There's the puzzle, so it's a very small space to work in, and I don't even see any fans. Have I been lied to? There's a star. There's a star inside of here? Sir, there's... You can't there's nothing. Do I have to get up there? I will have to keep this in mind. If I get up there, I can fall into the star place and then be trapped there for all eternity. This is a good plan. So if I pick this up, there's nothing to even... I can't go through there. And if I can't, like... Oh, I can stand on the button. So that's powering that fan. But I would still like to know. So there's a red thing there. Red. No. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait until I know more about the world. Until I'm not such a child. Then it'll make more sense. That's the red. I'm avoiding the reds just because I feel like the Witness has done a really good job of teaching me that as you play a puzzle game, you get better at, like, it's not even a matter of learning specific things. Just you become a better puzzle solver. You get more into the minds of the puzzle creator the more puzzles you do. So you can come back to something that was difficult earlier in the game, and even though it doesn't require any of the knowledge that you've picked up, you're just plain better at solving their puzzles. Alright, well, let's go for it. Send both of these over, right? One. Two. Oh no. Oh no, there's a ladder, right. I'm like, why did I do that? I regret this already. Alright, but now for this one, let's look for keys, because now that's a thing that I get to be paranoid about. There's keys everywhere mocking me. Whoop, and whoop. Let's go. keep trying to think, like, what else can you do? I feel like there's got to be other things that I can do to get to weird places. Alright, so this had plenty of reds. We'll be back here. I'm gonna leave for now. Maybe this machine will give me a... whatever. Is it always the same pieces? I'm just now realizing. Oh, maybe not. So it looks like some kind of record and replay button, which means we're gonna get into some crazy time travel-ish puzzles. Where have I seen those before? Braid is the big one. Aside from Braid, there's a short Flash game that I can think of that had a cool mechanic where you were supposed to click a bunch of things a certain number of times, and you couldn't do it on the first try, so after you finished, they would go,
I see all. I know all.
Alright.
My power knows no bounds. And yet your will is free, because you were made to be free. It is the very principle of your existence, without which the trials of this world would hold no meaning. To seek salvation must be your choice.
Illuminati land, yeah. Well, we're constantly getting this. I hadn't even thought of like how weird this is too. That the computer terminals signal that you should go interact with them by having a blinking eye made out of letters that beeps. Alright, let's read some more Osiris. Blah blah garbled gibberish. Knew it was truth. Now I will tell you of the many perils you will face in your journey through the Duat. Listen well, for the challenges that lie before you are great, and if you do not prove yourself worthy, you may never reach the eternal reed fields of Osiris, and you may be lost forever. From the second death there is no awakening. The scribe brought forth a great papyrus, and carefully unfolded it before the dying man, and the dying man beheld that it was a map of the Duat, showing the many paths that led to the Tower of Anubis, where his heart was to be weighed. On each of the many paths which threaded through the Duat like the infinite threads woven by Neith, there were marked the dangers that a traveler must face. Also, there were great walls of iron that none but the gods could cross, and gates made of purest light, so that the traveler could not avoid the trials that had been decreed, and could only proceed toward the tower by proving his worth, thus earning the key to each sacred gate.
I can't do it if you're watching. If you just turn around.
Hello, Foxman.
Can't do it if you're leering at me. It's creepy.
Thank you for the host. Appreciated. Where it's reading time, so I'm going to read. This is this guy's journal again. He likes really short journal entries. Archive continues to grow, attempting to maintain a semblance of order as difficult as expected. Lost 7 people this week. Statistically speaking, trend should increase. Must focus on realistic goals. Too little time to grieve. Does this mean that they put people through these trials first? Am I the first AI? Or have there been a lot of AIs? Difficult to know. Open chatbot Charlie. Flower 4 and Charlie rocks. Man, you know what really freaks me out? What? The human body decomposes quite quickly, so all the information stored in chemicals in our brains will be gone really quickly. Dude. But computers and books last a long time, so all our messages, our ideas, our books, it'll all be out there. Our porn. Even being transmitted through space. Yeah, our porn too, I guess. We'll all be gone, but the works of Aristotle will still exist. So will Star Trek, Firefly, Babylon 5, Lord of the Rings, Blade Runner, Cyber Bleep of Planetron 6, Shakespeare, Byron, hell, even video games. Bleep Overdrive 3, Seattle Bleep, Dutch Bleep Crusade, The Bleep of Bleep Mountain. WTF, dude. Yeah, imagine if aliens find those. The Bleep of Bleep Mountain. I guess we'll never know. Alright, let's do these greens. Greens are always easy. What are you? Oh look, another puzzle. And another voice telling me I'm special. And another broken down computer with fragments of nothing. This world is a bad joke, perpetuated by a cruel god too dumb to hit the off switch. Self-help tutorial. Oh, it's the... Oh, we never had... See, how convenient is it that I just unlocked that? Is this... And it has the thing on there. I didn't even... Okay. So what is this? Oh, it only Oh, it records up to 5 minutes. Oh, I gotta do it. I gotta do it twice. Is it gonna auto replay? It is not. So I had started to describe a Flash game that I don't remember, and this is exactly what you do in the Flash game. Almost. So let's go stand here for 1, 2, 3. And stop. Ready? Now. Oh, I can't. Hold on. Really? Wait. If I record, stand on here. You tell me I can't. I can only stop? I can't. Oh, there's a switch? That's confusing. I didn't notice the switch. What does the switch do? Oh, it shuts off this gate permanently. Wombat Hex, how's it going? So they decided to give us a very easy puzzle piece there. Okay. This other green piece is also recording related. Double plate. We gotta cooperate. Oh. Oh, okay. I, for some reason, was thinking that I would need to stand on both of them at the same time. It's not like that. It's like this. And then like this. this could make this could make for some very interesting puzzles. We'll see. You love watching blind playthroughs of this. Yep, this is very much blind. And I know that there are... For right now, I'm kind of... Alright, let's hang on. What's this first? Epitaph, Child Program 17, codename @ terminated here. Logic. Fatal flaw in series firmware. Final memory dump, life short. Progeny programs, dog. Okay, so... We already kind of knew that this was some kind of an iterative process where programs run through the thing, terminate, and then spawn something new. And what is this?
DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember.
It's interesting. Makes you think. Yeah, Mondu, this may be a head-hurting game. Man, like, that's the other thing, too. To encounter these ideas for the first time in a game, like, instead of, like I said, I've been through philosophy classes and stuff. Like, a lot of these concepts are, you know, I've studied them, I've seen them in movies before, I've seen them in books before, I've seen them in a lot of things before, but it's interesting to think, like, what is it like to be, you know, a millennial or whatever, and the only, you know, not to disparage people who are young and experiencing things for the first time, but to go through this game and have your mind completely blown by, oh my gosh, what actually is a human, and what is information, and, you know. Look at the sheer scale of that pyramid. To think anyone could have built such things. It's not real. It's just polygons. It's not real. And is this Stonehenge that I'm walking through now? Stonehenge and the Sphinx were actually in the same place. Don't let the Illuminati tell you different. The burning heart always looks to the highest peak. Uriel. We've never heard from this guy before. Uriel 4. And is that a puzzle? Is that a puzzle saying that I should look at the peak? No. No, it was not. Existential Crisis, the game? It is, because I'm kind of a computer, see? Or I'm a robot, maybe? Probably, if we're being honest. I have this, just looking around. I keep having to, like, discuss things with this computer that refuses to acknowledge me as human. Yeah, let's not do any of the red puzzles. Although, I'm also afraid that I'm going to, like... It's what happens anyway in open-world puzzle games, but I'm going to solve all of the easy stuff, and then I'm going to have nothing left to do but really, really hard puzzles. Except they'll be really easy for me, because I'm a genius. But it's probably better to do it this way anyway, right? Because who wants to, after I'm an expert at this game, who wants to go back and do one of the easy green pieces? How in the hell? What do you... whose idea was this? They're fired. More Osiris. This is from something, I just don't know what. I assume anyway. I assume that this is the actual, like, stuff that was written in ancient Egyptian times. Tell me of the fearsome demons of the Duat, the dying man said to the wise scribe. Though their terrible forms are loathsome to behold, they are not evil, for they are the servants of the gods. Truly, they are the blessed doorkeepers and guardians of the holy paths. Their charge is to judge whether we are worthy to pass the gates that lead to Aaru. And so they challenge us with riddles, or in combat. Is this true of all the beings that live in the Duat? Some say that it is not so, that there are ancient gods whose names have been forgotten, and spirits of darkness. There you go. We said it. We got there. We title dropped darkness. Kingdom Hearts. Spirits of darkness whose name none have ever known, and that these must be avoided at all costs. But others say that these too serve a greater purpose in ways that Osiris has not revealed to us. And what of the hidden paths that are taken by when the... I'll have to, like, I'm too lazy to do it, but at some point I'll go and read all of these in the correct order after I've finished the game. Biocompsci Archaeological Edition. Well, this place that looks like Egypt is different. This is like the second section of the game. The first place looked more like Greece. We'll go back. That's what we'll do. We'll go back and check that out some more. Some of the early puzzles. What is the point of being alive? I know. It's an old question, not one that's easy to answer. But I mean, if you're reading this, you are alive. And someday you will stop being alive. Both of these facts are incontrovertible. So what about it then? Don't you wonder? Do you just want to go from not existing to not existing again without even considering why? You, right now, as you sit here reading this, or listening to me read it to you on stream. Why do you exist? What is the purpose of your life? Do you have one? Should you have one? Is it better to have a purpose or not? When you approach death, will you feel that your life had meaning? If so, why? If not, why not? What defines whether a life was good or not? It may seem abstract now, but that moment just before death will come. It is inevitable. If you don't ask yourself these questions, how will you face that moment? www.reddit.com/r/I'm15 and this is very deep. Coming soon, your son in 3D. Oh, he's writing to his mom. Hi, Mom. I promise I'll be home soon. Maybe a couple of weeks. I know. But what we're doing here is important. The team needs my help. I'm not going to wait until it's too late, I promise. But there's so much we have to set up, and so much that has to work for a very, very long time. Besides, I've always wanted to work on one of these supercomputers, and believe me, EL is pretty much the best there is. And the team, Mom, it's like I'm working with rock stars and mad geniuses, except nobody's heard of them outside of science journals, of course. But Dad would be totally geeking out if he knew. Maybe I can tell him about it soon, huh? Love, Rob. Beep boop robots.